What up, world? It's your man E.L.I. Soundz in the building again. Before we get started, I want to say thank you for taking some time to spend with me throughout the day so we can have some fruitful conversations and have something that we and others can build on throughout the future to help make us better people and help expand our mindset. So let's get straight into it, man. Today I wanted to talk about the hip hop culture and rap and rappers. You know what I mean? It's been a lot of shade thrown on the term rapper or upcoming rapper in the last few years to where it's almost automatically negative as soon as you say it. Because there was a time where you would say, oh man, it's this rapper. Or man, did you hear that rapper? Or man, they got these rappers out and things of that nature. But now when people say it, I'm more so hearing it like, man, these rappers, man, it's some rapper, man, he trying to be a rapper. You know, this rapper, that. It's so negative. It changed. And one of the only cultures that we have, the black, quote unquote black, indigenous people here in the United States and abroad too, but I'm just speak for where I'm at, is music culture, hip hop culture. That's our culture. It's one of the things that we have, and we have to protect it, as much as we can, and without not have, outside people come put their their twist on it and, have it get diluted or poisoned because the way people want to portray hip hop. So, with that being said, let's speak on how lately it's been this way for a while, but lately it's really magnified. Whereas, it's almost like you got to be the toughest guy in the world or the biggest dope dealer to even be considered a good rapper. There was a time where the only thing that mattered was the art itself. How can you put your words together? What's the message that you conveying? How do I feel when I hear your song and things like that? But these days it's more like, I want to hear you say something that pretty much gonna break the law, and I want to know that you really doing it. And so, with the rise of social media, it's really taking a whole new life to where, man, it makes you, man, for somebody who's been in hip hop for a long time, man, it makes you, for me, I'm like, man, I love hip hop. I love the music. I love the culture. But seeing where it's going is just like, man, I just, as you can see, it's kind of hard to put it into words. Because there's so many things that I feel about it. But in the end, I know that this is just a phase. Hip hop is very young. Hip hop's not even 50 years old yet. So it's just a phase, and it's a lot of people who really have a good mindset, a lot of people who have experience, a lot of people who see where it's going, and they, we speaking up, on behalf of hip hop, because of the direction it's going in. It just seems that, when it comes to rap, it seems like if you're not out there trapping, you're not selling, you're not doing hits and doing all things like that of that nature, then you're not a real rapper. And it's like, no, real is, being what you say you are. That's what makes you real. And this whole the whole labels and all that stuff, like that stuff get blown out of proportion, because none of that really matters unless, someone is speaking on the artist. Like, yo, this artist said this, they said that, and it affected me this way or that way, and I can really relate to that because that's real. That's something that I've seen in my life. That's when that stuff matters. It's gone to a point now where it's just, yo, I'm real, and all these phrases that they feel like they just can repeat and say it in such an aggressive manner. You try to make themselves come off a certain way. Like, it's been a process with me learning how to speak to a camera. I just talking to a camera like it's a person. Because, sometimes you get to scrolling and you see people talking to these cameras like they're really talking to a person, man. Like, bro, you talking to a phone, right? Like, yeah, it's people on the other end of that, but you putting out this energy, the way you speaking, and everybody can see that. And obviously we know you're doing it for a reason, but what people typing in or saying to you shouldn't even, man, it shouldn't even get you all in your, get you all in your defensive bag like that. But it does, and people all feel like they always need to portray or say something about how hard they are or how good of a protector they are. Like, I get it, you gotta have that side in you. Nobody's saying don't have that side, but I'm just saying how it's so magnified to where that's where they're trying to make the art be. If you're not doing that, you're not a dope artist, you're not a hard artist, you're not solid, you're not this, you're not that, when that is way far from the case. Like I'll use myself as an example. I'm not one of those artists. Like, I don't threaten people in real life. I'm not about to be running around here threatening nobody. I'm not saying nothing about what's gonna happen. None of that. I don't do none of that. So I'm definitely not gonna do it in the track.